Hey there nerds, welcome to our channel. Today we're going on a virtual trip to Eastern Europe. Today we're diving into some fascinating and fun facts about Ukraine. Ukraine has a rich history and culture that often gets overshadowed by, well, everything else happening there right now. So buckle up, grab your metaphorical passports, and get ready to have your minds blown by 10 things you probably didn't know about Ukraine. Let's get started. First stop on our Ukrainian adventure is Kyiv, the country's capital city. And let me tell you folks, Kyiv is old, like really old. Founded over 1500 years ago, it's even older than Moscow. Kyiv wasn't just any old city though, it was a major center of East Slavic civilization and a powerful medieval state known as Kievan Rus'. Think Constantinople levels of importance. A fun fact about Kyiv is it's nicknamed the City of Golden Domes. And no, it's not just a catchy tourism slogan. Kyiv is actually home to a dazzling array of golden dome churches that'll make you think you've stumbled into a fairy tale. These churches, like the iconic St. Sophia Cathedral, are architectural masterpieces with breathtaking mosaics and frescoes that have survived wars, revolutions, and even the Soviet era. Talk about resilience. But Kyiv isn't just about ancient history. It's also a modern, bustling metropolis with a vibrant art scene, delicious food, and friendly locals. Next up, let's talk about the beautiful and often overlooked Ukrainian language. You see, Ukrainian isn't just a dialect of Russian, as some might assume. It's a distinct language with its own unique history, grammar, and vocabulary. Ukrainian belongs to the East Slavic language family, making it a cousin to Russian and Belarusian. But don't let the family ties fool you. Ukrainian has its own distinct sound and rhythm, often described as melodic and poetic. One of the coolest things about Ukrainian is its use of the vocative case, which is used to directly address someone. It adds a level of formality and respect that's not found in English or even Russian. And speaking of cool, did you know that Ukrainian has 14 different ways to say to go? 14. So next time you hear someone speaking Ukrainian, take a moment to appreciate the beauty and complexity of this often overlooked language. Alright, let's talk food, specifically, the culinary crown jewel of Ukraine, borscht. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Beet soup? That doesn't sound very appetizing. But trust me on this one, my friends. Borscht is so much more than just beet soup. It's a hearty, flavorful, and comforting dish that's been warming the hearts and stomachs of Ukrainians for centuries. The beauty of borscht lies in its versatility. There are countless variations, each with its own unique twist. Some are meat-based, while others are vegetarian. Some are served hot, while others are chilled. But no matter how it's prepared, borscht always features a vibrant red broth made from, you guessed it, beets. These beets are simmered to perfection with a medley of vegetables like cabbage, carrots, potatoes, and onions. And the best part? Borscht is often served with a dollop of sour cream and a side of pampushki, which are fluffy, garlicky bread rolls. So forget everything you thought you knew about beet soup and give borscht a try. Now let's take a break from the city and head to the breathtaking Carpathian Mountains, which stretch across the western part of Ukraine. Picture this, rolling hills blanketed in emerald forests, crystal clear lakes reflecting the sky, and charming villages nestled in valleys. The Carpathians are a hiker's paradise with trails for all skill levels. Whether you're a seasoned mountaineer or a casual nature enthusiast, you'll find something to love about these mountains. But the Carpathians are more than just pretty scenery, they're steeped in folklore and legend. It's said that these mountains are home to mythical creatures like the Chupacabra and the Mauka, a forest spirit who lures unsuspecting travelers astray. And speaking of legends, no trip to the Carpathians would be complete without visiting one of the many ancient castles that dot the landscape. So, if you're looking for an adventure off the beaten path, look no further than the Carpathian Mountains. Okay, let's talk art, specifically the intricate and colorful world of Pysanky Ukrainian Easter eggs. Now these aren't your average dyed Easter eggs. Pysanky are a true art form, passed down through generations of Ukrainian families. Creating a pysanka is a painstaking process that involves using beeswax and dyes to create intricate designs on eggshells. Think of it like batik, but on an egg. Each design is a unique work of art, often featuring traditional Ukrainian folk motifs like flowers, birds, and geometric patterns. These designs aren't just pretty decorations though. They're imbued with symbolic meaning, representing good health, prosperity, and fertility. During the Soviet era, the tradition of pysanka making was suppressed, seen as a threat to the communist ideology. but Ukrainians continued to create these beautiful eggs in secret, keeping the tradition alive. Alright lovebirds, this one's for you. Nestled in the heart of Ukraine is a place called the Tunnel of Love. Now before you pack your bags and book a flight, let's just say that this tunnel isn't your typical romantic getaway. Located near the town of Klevan, the Tunnel of Love is actually an abandoned railway line that's been overtaken by nature. Over the years, trees and vines have grown over the tracks, creating a lush green archway that stretches for almost 2 miles. It's said that if you and your loved one walk through the tunnel hand in hand and make a wish, that wish will come true. Is it true? Well, that depends on how much you believe in the power of love. But even if your wish doesn't come true, the Tunnel of Love is still a pretty magical place to visit. Just be sure to watch out for any rogue trains. Now, for a more somber chapter in our Ukrainian adventure. On April 26, 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant located in northern Ukraine became the site of the worst nuclear disaster in history. The explosion and subsequent fire released massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere, contaminating a vast area and forcing the evacuation of Pripyat, a city built to house Chernobyl's workers. The Chernobyl disaster had a devastating impact on Ukraine, both in terms of human life and the environment. Thousands of people were exposed to dangerous levels of radiation, leading to long-term health problems. But amidst the tragedy, stories of incredible courage and resilience emerged. Firefighters and other first responders risked their lives to contain the disaster, while scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to mitigate the damage. Today, the Chernobyl exclusion zone, a 30-kilometer radius around the power plant, stands as a stark reminder of the dangers of nuclear power and the importance of safety. It's also a testament to the resilience of nature, which has slowly begun to reclaim the area. While the Chernobyl disaster was a tragedy, it's important to remember that it doesn't define Ukraine. Alright, let's lighten the mood with a bit of holiday cheer. Did you know that Ukrainians celebrate Christmas twice? That's right, twice the presents, twice the food, twice the fun. While most of the world celebrates Christmas on December 25th, many Ukrainians also celebrate on January 7th, following the Julian calendar. This second Christmas is known as Orthodox Christmas, and it's just as important, if not more so, for many Ukrainians. On Orthodox Christmas Eve, families gather for a special 12-dish dinner, representing the 12 apostles. The meal is traditionally meatless and dairy-free, a symbolic act of fasting before the feast. After dinner, it's time for caroling, which is taken very seriously in Ukraine. So if you're ever in Ukraine during the holiday season, be sure to try some kuchya, a traditional Christmas pudding, and listen out for the sound of carolers. Let's take a moment to appreciate the simple beauty of Ukraine's national flower, the sunflower. Now I know what you're thinking, sunflowers, they're just big yellow flowers, but sunflowers are so much more than that. They're a symbol of hope, joy, and resilience, all qualities that embody the spirit of Ukraine. Just like sunflowers turn their faces towards the sun, Ukrainians have a way of finding the bright side, even in the darkest of times. They're known for their optimism, their warmth, and their unwavering spirit. And let's not forget about the practical side of sunflowers. Sunflower seeds are a major crop in Ukraine, used to produce sunflower oil, a staple in Ukrainian cuisine, and a valuable export. So, the next time you see a field of sunflowers, take a moment to appreciate their beauty and remember the people of Ukraine. Finally, let's talk about Ukraine's incredibly rich cultural heritage, particularly in the realms of music and dance. From traditional folk songs to classical masterpieces, Ukrainian music is as diverse and vibrant as the country itself. One of the most iconic elements of Ukrainian music is the bandura, a traditional lute-like instrument with dozens of strings. Bandura players are highly skilled musicians, and their music is both haunting and beautiful. Then there's the hopak, a Ukrainian folk dance known for its energetic jumps and acrobatic feats. It's a true spectacle to behold, full of passion, athleticism, and national pride. But Ukrainian culture isn't stuck in the past. Contemporary Ukrainian artists are making waves on the international stage, blending traditional sounds with modern influences. So if you're looking to expand your musical horizons, I highly recommend checking out some Ukrainian artists. And there you have it, folks. 10 fun facts about Ukraine that hopefully gave you a glimpse into the heart and soul of this amazing country. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about Ukraine, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more interesting videos. See you next time.